for calling her husband a simp is now being dragged all over social media.
Oh, Dan called him a simp. You always do this.
I ain't got no problem with that, but some of y'all do, so let's talk about it. This woman is incorrigible. Why? Why would you get on the internet and bite the hand that feeds you? Why? Out of nowhere, she tells the guy she's talking to that it's the guys that they don't like that they make do everything. Talking about women. She said that the guys who they make do everything are the guys that they don't like. Damn! Women, y'all really feel that way? Come on now. I know all y'all not like that. I'm going to go ahead on and speak up for you right now. I know for a fact all of you are not like that. But damn, for the ones who are, good Lord, who raised you? How could you be so deceitful, so evil? I mean, this woman says she had 3 kids and the guy took her in. And that's how she knew he was a simp. Because he paid for her and her children's lifestyle.
Wow.
Single ladies, it's going to be hard when you got women out there that are putting this type of information out there. Now, like I said, I know there's women out there that's like her. Absolutely. She also said that women who are like her have to go after guys who are not used to dating bad B-I-T-C-H's. See, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not used to dating bad B-I-T-C-H's. I don't want to date one. I don't want nothing to do with one.
Right.
I don't want to be with a chick who calls herself a bad B. That tells me that she's low frequency.
Right. Yeah.
I'm talking about how a woman views herself, how she carries herself. If she's talking about herself in that manner, that means that she operating in a low frequency.
Right.
And I need a woman who is operating in a higher frequency. You know, like, it's a lot of negative stuff come with women who think like that. So I don't want a woman who calls herself the B word.
Right.
I think it's totally inappropriate.
No class bar.
The trip part is, it wasn't long ago that women would lose their minds if a dude calls them that word.
Exactly.
And they still will, depending on how he's using the word.
Right.
You know, women will call each other that word, and in a heartbeat, if a dude say something like that, man, they all on his head.
Right, man.
And also got the nerve to look down on dudes who call women the B word. Ain't that something?
Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah.
Getting back to viral simp lady.
Right, that's right.
This woman called the man who took her and her kids in a simp.
That's crazy, man. That's
wow.
That's crazy.
Absolutely amazing. Obviously, I don't know dude from a hole in the ground, but if he catch wind of what that woman said and sticks around, he is absolutely a simp. There are simps out there, and I think they should actually be called out. Here's why. Simps actually make it harder on real solid dudes. Here's what I mean. Obviously, if I'm a guy of valor, I'm self-assured. Doesn't matter what another guy is doing.
Right.
I'm doing me, right? But what happens is women will come with expectations of you based on simp activity that they're used to. So you got guys out here
That's right.
who are leading with their wallet They ain't got no conversation. I think the internet got a lot to do with that also. The internet and smartphones, because everybody texting, they're sending DMs, and they have time to respond correctly. They got their buddy in their ear saying, say this, say this. Same thing with women. Say this, say that. So you don't know really who you're talking to. You don't really know if that person knows how to hold a decent conversation. That's why a lot of times when you see people out, everybody on their phones. Right. Even at dinner, they're on their phones because they don't know how to have a conversation. They don't know how to communicate. But getting back to my point, a lot of women these days, before you even get to sit down and have a conversation with them, they want you to take them to a fancy restaurant and spend $300, $400, $500. A lot of women these days, you just met them. They expect that because they have a birthday 3 weeks later, that you're supposed to buy them a brand new car. Some property. A house. Designer shoes and purses and all this crazy stuff. All of this material stuff. Mm-hmm. So a lot of guys, they're leading with their wallet because they don't have any conversation. They don't know how to communicate with women. And this is why a lot of them end up in bad situations. They end up on the internet talking bad about each other, dragging each other. Whole relationship was based on material things, and now they're complaining about the person not being loyal. The person is loyal. They're loyal to what you can do for them. And if you can't do anything for them, they're out. That's how it goes. And they're wondering why they're having such a hard time. A lot of these athletes and rappers, they are the biggest tricks on the planet because they come out day one just blowing bread, blowing that paper. And then they mess around and put a baby, in the oven. And now they're trapped for life. It ain't 18 years. It's for life because even when that child grows up and they decide they want to have an event at their home or something like that, now they got to decide, damn, do I invite mama and daddy? Are they getting along? Most of the time they're not getting along. So somebody's going to get left out. And there's always decisions about the grandkids and all. It's just a lot that goes with it. That's why it's very important to really get to know the person that you're having sexual relationships with. Really get to know who that person is, and also know who their family is, because when you hook up with them, when they become your spouse, your significant other, you inherit their family. That's right. If they got an old drunk touchy uncle that lives with their mother or comes around and your child is over there with their grandmother, their grandfather, their grandparents, what do you think's going to happen? Yeah, fam. Be very careful out there. This chick, she gets 2 thumbs down. What a horrible person, a user. And let me clarify something, fam. I don't have a problem being used. Everybody should have some use, right? Because if you're not useful, you're useless. I don't have a problem with being used. I have a problem with being misused. That's what's happening with old buddy. He was called a simp by a woman he took in, along with her 3 children. That is legendary disrespect. But he brought it on himself. Say it with me, family. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.
Alright, y'all. That's the end of that. What do y'all think about that video? Thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel.